Hey, hey, beloveds, welcome in. I hope that you're all doing well. So, Spirit has a very important message for us. We are all living in a hugely transitional time, right? We are moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, but I don't think we completely understand the enormity of this hugely transitional time. Because it is like a gateway, an opening. 44 on the timer. It is a gateway for us to expand our soul. Whereas before we might have gone through many lifetimes, learning the same lessons over and over and over. This is now a gateway to really expand the soul because it is unknown. The journey forward is unknown. You must remember we have shed and we have gone through a lot of karmic cycles that we have released. We have let go of a lot of behaviors that were not for our highest good. And so we need to focus on the inner self. And so the heart space has become the central focus for us as we journey forward. Because now we need a change in perspective. We must remember moving from 3D into 5D is a change in perspective, a change in the way we see things, right? So, the heart, we must remember that the heart is at the center of the body. We have three upper chakras above the heart and three lower chakras below the heart. Many of us in the spiritual circles, especially, we tend to focus on the upper chakras. So that will be like the third eye or the crown chakra. But we forget about the three lower chakras. If those aren't in balance, then it is literally quite useless working on the three upper chakras. So we want to work on our intuition and opening up the crown and the kundalini rising. All these things is all good and well. But the three lower chakras is what connects us to the third dimensional world. And if that isn't balanced, if we haven't worked on our self-confidence, if we haven't worked on love of self and our self-worth and setting boundaries and loving of self, if we haven't worked on those, what and the grounding of self, if we haven't worked on those things within ourself, then the heart space will not be aligned with us just working on the upper chakras. So there is a need for us to bring balance to all chakras, to all parts of ourselves. Might be spirit, right? But we are also body, mind, and spirit. So we need to work on all aspects of self. Because once we come into the balance of all aspects of self, body, mind, and spirit, that is when we come into the heart space. And it is from the heart space that we can journey forward into the unknown. It's like once you come into that place of balance within the heart and the diamond star activates within the heart, that is our key. That is like you reach this place of pure bliss, of love, a feeling of love that is indescribable. And that is how we move forward. It is from that place, because from that place it's like you just know. There is no judgment. You flow from that place. For far too long, society has been ingrained with this perspective that the Creator is a punishing Creator, however you want to name that. God, the beloved, the universe, however you wish to name it. But for far too long, we have had this perspective that we have a punishing, that we have a punishing God. How can we possibly have that when love is the primer material of every single thing in the natural existence? Nowhere in nature does it show 6:44 on the timer. Nowhere in existence does it show that we have a punishing God. We ourselves have decided to place our Creator inside a box. And that shows that our small minds cannot fathom the enormity of who our Creator is. Our Creator is infinite. Our Creator is so expansive. It is eternal. So how can you place that intelligence inside a box and say that is how it is? In the 3D world, this is what we need to come to an understanding of, is that we cannot place something that is infinite and eternal, that is pure love, inside a box. That merely shows our limited thinking, how we have come to limit ourselves, because we are a spark of that infinite, of that love. And so the message is very much connected to the light codes that came out, which is the beginning and joy. And what it really means is that there needs to be a marriage between the two. We need to find the joy in every aspect of self before we can have that new beginning into the infinite, into the unknown. And that joy starts by accepting every aspect of self, the light, the dark, the not so good, the very good. It is all a matter of perspective. Because once we come to accept all parts of ourselves, something happens within the heart space where we find that joy. We come into that diamond star activation. And that is when we go into the unknown willingly, joyfully, with absolute love. 10:10 on the timer. And that's also my call to say, I wish that you could see, or you could know, who you really are, the love you really are. That is my wish for you today. So if there's anything that you need to let go of, whether that is still doing people pleasing, um, undervaluing yourself, whatever that might be, let it go. It doesn't serve you. You need to shine. And I believe in you. So from my heart to yours, till next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste.